Montessori Grandma. This episode 62. Teaching English the Montessori Way. Part 1.
Teaching English the Montessori Way. Part 1. Written and presented by Geetha Vijayachandran. How is language taught in Montessori? The Montessori language approach is very structured. Language is approached in a very methodical manner, beginning from birth and continuing throughout a child's education. When children are born, Montessori parents and teachers prioritize exposing children to a variety of languages. There are two approaches, the phonetic approach and the whole word approach. In Montessori, we start with writing and then move on to reading. In traditional schools, writing is done after reading, but many have started using the phonetic method now. Why writing comes before reading? It is much easier to use letter symbols to record your own thoughts and ideas than to interpret letter symbols to decipher the thoughts and ideas of others. Also, when reading, a child must understand how to take words apart and put them back together using all the rules of reading to interpret the word's meaning. This also goes along with all other Montessori learning, concrete to abstract. We know our own ideas, but figuring out the ideas of others is much harder. There are 5 steps that lead to language learning. The 5 steps are: first, spoken language; second, phonemic awareness; third, creating words and writing; fourth, reading; and fifth, total reading. In this video, we are going to look at spoken language. The step 1 is create an internal dictionary and practice using the words in it. This helps to form a good vocabulary of words. Name objects around the house and repeat it frequently. Examples: fan, plate, mum, dad, etc. We will look at this in more detail. The second step is phonemic awareness. Here, we learn the sounds within words and the sounds or symbols of our alphabet. This is done with some objects from the environment and sandpaper letters. The third step is creating words and writing. Learn to put these sounds and symbols together to make words. The child learns to put the letters he learned into words. Activities are offered that help the child write. The fourth step is reading. Learn to decode those sounds and symbols to decipher words. With the knowledge of sounds, children can read unknown words, like they can see at, mat, dog, dog, and so on. Step 5, total reading. Read with understanding. The knowledge of grammar and the placement of words in sentences help children read, understanding the meaning of sentences. By the end of the program, children learn phonics, that is consonants, sounds, blends and digraphs, silent letters, hard and soft consonants, and vowel sounds. In vocabulary building, they use compound words, prefixes and suffixes, synonyms and antonyms, and contractions. Reading comprehension, recalling details, following directions, sequencing, same and different, classifying, context clues, comprehension, main idea, predicting, fact or opinion, making inferences, drawing conclusions, cause and effect, fiction and non-fiction, and story elements. Grammar skills that they learn are all parts of speech, sentence parts, kinds of sentences, and dictionary skills using the ABC order. Let us now look at spoken language activities in detail. Remember, we said it starts from the time of conceiving a child. Then the different steps are speaking, stories, songs and rhymes, reading, instructions, commands, news period, circle time, and question game. We will look at it in more detail. Care before a child is born. A healthy baby requires many preparations from the mother and those around her from the time a baby starts its life in the mom's womb. Balanced diet is important, so consume foods rich in protein, iron, calcium, and vitamins to support the baby's growth. Moderate exercises. Engage in gentle exercises like walking, yoga, or swimming to stay active, improve circulation, and manage stress. Rest. Aim for 6 to 9 hours sleep and rest when tired. Reduce stress. Practice deep breathing and meditation to reduce stress. Bonding and development. Interact with a baby. Talk, sing, or read to your baby as they can hear sounds from outside the womb. Massage your bump. Gently touch or massage your belly to connect with your baby. Respond to movements. Gently poke back or rub your belly when the baby kicks. Listen to music. Play calm, relaxing music for both you and your baby. Bonding with your baby when they are in the womb can help their development after they are born. Your baby can hear your voice and feel movements before they are born. There are many ways you can start bonding with your baby while pregnant. You might speak or read to them. Partners, siblings, and other people important to you can also start bonding with your baby while you are pregnant. Let us look at how to develop spoken language. Speaking. Talk to the baby as if the baby is born and is with you. Vocalize all your actions. Continue all the activities after the baby is born also. Example, I am folding your clothes. Give gentle but firm instructions. Example, it's time for your bath. You will feel very relaxed. Songs, music, and rhymes. Keep music which calms the child. Sing songs. Don't overload the child with too many songs. Keep to the same songs. This helps the child become familiar with some words which help build their vocabulary. Rhymes. There are a lot of nursery rhymes with music available. Keep to a few rhymes and let children hear it several times. This helps the child focus on sounds and words. Give firm commands. Wash your hands before you eat. Please keep your cup on the table. Please don't shout. Say thank you when someone gives you something, and so on. Circle time or news period. This is when the children in the classroom sit in a circle and play games or share news. This can be done at home in the evening after all are home. Share what happened during the day and discuss anything of interest. This is a good way of improving spoken language. Question game helps with spoken language and helps in critical thinking. A child can start by bringing in a news item. Questions are asked about it. The child has to say the answer in a full sentence. The child who asks the question also needs to say the sentence, and then another child asks a new question. This activity helps in story writing. Reading stories. Read simple stories first. When the child is about 4 months old, allow them to feel the pages and see the pictures on them. Read only true stories. As they grow older, reading stories with a moral will help. Select stories meant for their age. There are many stories available depending on the age of a child. Choose wisely. True stories are better than fancy, unbelievable ones. Use props if needed. Select a simple story for your child. Read it aloud to your child with voice modulation. Show the pictures and point to the words as you read. Try and read a story which has a moral. Reading stories to the very young. There are many short, interesting stories for the younger children. Stories should be built around the little day-to-day situations we face with our children and the simple life lessons we want them to learn. As parents, we often find ourselves stuck, wondering how to explain something without sounding like we are preaching. Stories can be the bridge. They make kids pause, imagine, and connect. And sometimes a small story is all it takes for them to understand what we are trying to say. Stories should engage the senses, encourage interaction, and foster comprehension through active participation. After reading, ask for 3 things learned, 2 interesting points, and 1 question. Encourage connecting the story to personal experiences, other texts, or the world. Pause 1 to 2 seconds between sentences to let children process illustrations and techniques for reading aloud to children. First, set the stage. Create a cozy environment, show excitement, and allow children to choose books to build anticipation. Vocal variety and props. Use different voices for characters, adjust speed, add sound effects, and use props to make stories come alive. Interactive picture walks. Before reading, look through the pictures to predict the story, which helps brain build comprehension. 4. Encourage participation. Ask open-ended questions like, what do you think will happen next? Or why did the character do that? Number 5. Engage. Engage with illustrations. Stop to talk about the pictures to enhance understanding and visual literacy. Post-reading discussion. Summarize a story, discuss favorite parts, and relate it to the child's life. Make a practice of children reading aloud. When children have started to read words, we can encourage them to read simple stories. Paying attention to punctuations also helps in reading. Have them read aloud with expression and voice modulation. Start by making them read for 10 minutes daily. Have a library in the class and at home where age-appropriate storybooks are arranged. Keep a record of books they read. Here is a simple story for the very young. The Hare and the Tortoise. Once there was a hare who was best friends with a tortoise. The hare was very proud of how fast he could run. So one day he challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise agreed, even though everyone knew he was way too slow to win. The race began, and the hare raced so fast that he was far ahead of the tortoise. Feeling confident, the hare decided to take a nap under a tree while the tortoise kept going step by step. When the hare woke up, he was shocked to see the tortoise crossing the finish line. The tortoise had won the race. The moral of the story: it doesn't matter how fast or strong you are. What matters is being steady and never giving up. And don't be too proud. It can cause trouble. As the children grow older, use stories with more vocabulary words. Here's a story for older children. The dog who went abroad. A village was affected by famine. People stopped offering food to animals. The dogs roamed around but got no food. A dog decided to go to the town in search of food. After a long walk, he reached the town. He saw a house with its door open. He went inside and found lots of food in the kitchen. He ate till he was full and could hardly walk. As he walked out of the house, the neighborhood dogs saw him and attacked him. The mean dogs bit him in several places. The village dog decided to return to the village. He walked back to the village. The starving dogs in the village were surprised to see him back. "Tell us about the town," asked a dog. "Why did you come back?" asked another one. The dog replied, "My friends, there is a lot of food in the town, but our own kin attacked me. I prefer to stay where I am loved." The moral is, it is better to stay where you are appreciated and loved. I will be bringing out more stories for children according to requests from many parents. But we will also continue looking at Montessori English teaching techniques in another video. We will look at how phoneme awareness and activities are done for sound letter proficiency. That brings us to the end of English Part 1. Thank you for watching. This is Geetha Vijayachandran signing off.
Montessori Grandma.